In this video, we're going to do a little review on fractions. We'll be working with them throughout the year and really throughout all of math, so we might as well get comfortable with them. Adding and subtracting fractions, you need a common denominator. That denominator tells you the size of piece that it is, and so in order for you to combine them, you would need to combine the same size of pieces. So if we have 1/5 plus 2/5, you would just add the tops. So 1 plus 2 is 3, and you would keep the denominator. If you don't have a common denominator, you would have to get a common denominator before you added it. So let me show you what I mean by that. So if I have 1/2 plus 3/5, 2 and 5 are my denominators. I know that they both go into 10, so I would have to make that a 10 and this a 10. So then I would have 5/2 plus 6/10, and I would be given 11/10 straight across the top. And then I keep my denominator, or 1 and 1/10. So that is as an improper fraction, and this is a mixed number. Now, multiplying fractions is really easy. It is just straight across the top. So if I have 2/3 times 4/5, I go straight across the top, multiplying them. 2 times 4 is 8, and straight across the bottom. 3 times 5 is 15, so 8/15. Multiplying is the easiest one. Matter of fact, it's so easy that when we're dividing them, we actually turn it into a multiply problem. So we turn it into multiplication. And we do it with a little trick called copy dot flip. Copy dot flip. I've heard it copy dot flip, and I've even heard it keep, switch, flip. Keep, switch, flip. I like copy dot flip. I'll show you what I mean by that. So when we are dividing fractions, like if I have 5/8 divided by 2/3, then my rule is I copy my first one down, I change my divide to a dot, which now means multiply, and then I flip my second one. Now, because it's multiplication, I can just go straight across the top. 5 times 3 is 15, 8 times 2 is 16, and that would be my answer. You can go ahead and check it. Matter of fact, you can even do it with whole numbers. Something that is important to note is any number can be turned into a fraction by putting it over 1. So that's a fraction, and if I want to divide it by 2, I can make that into a fraction. I know what 16 divided by 2 is. I know it's going to be 8, but let's go ahead and check it. So copy dot flip. Straight across the top is 16, straight across the bottom is 2, 16 divided by 2 is 8. So it works, yay, we're so good. Now, if you need to get a number to 1, especially a fraction, then we can multiply it by what's called its reciprocal. Now, what reciprocal is just the flip of a number. So 3/5, the reciprocal of that would be, 5/3, the reciprocal of that would be 3/5. If we times a number by its reciprocal, by its flipped version, we get it to 1. The reason is because you are multiplying the same numbers, you are multiplying the same numbers by themselves. 5 times 3 is 15, 3 times 5 is 15. Any number over itself is equal to 1. So that's going to come into play, especially when we start getting rid of fractions. So like if I have 2/3 x and it's equal to 5, I need to get rid of this fraction. I need to get this to 1. So I will multiply it by its reciprocal. 3 times 2 is 6, 2 times 3 is 6. Do you guys see that? And then over here, I will have to multiply this by its reciprocal, by the reciprocal that I did over here. So I multiplied this side by 3/2, so I'll multiply this side by 3/2. Turn that into a fraction, top times top, bottom times bottom. Now we'll get 1x, because that's just a 1. 1x is equal to 15 halves. That won't reduce at all. That would be my answer. Just a quick review of fractions.